Then I'm carrying around an upgrade for you, Bear. Not even close. Not even close. Wow, she is under-leveled for her current, but that's right. This game lets you use weapons you don't even meet the requirements for. It ups how many action points it costs to swing them if you do that. Similar to Dark Souls. Dark Souls allows you to use stuff you don't meet the requirements for, but you just become really slow when you try to swing them as a punishment for that. Alright, got some new gear for a handful of people. Let's tap quick save and go in here and talk to the guy to get permission for the crime scene.
What have we here, then? A so-called source hunter, eh? Well, look, do what you must in Sicil, but don't make waves and don't interfere with the Legion's affairs. You hear?
Let's discuss Jake's murder.
Gods above!
God.
Some politician snuffs it and everyone's in an uproar. Ridiculous! I told that wizard brat of an Ahu not to bother. But he just had to send for source hunters, didn't he? Bloody magicians. They see a pigeon poop and think sorcery is afoot. Nevertheless, I want to be kept in the loop. Understand?
The lady outside wasn't joking when she said that she appreciates you more than this guy will.
Not Ahu, and definitely not some hotshot source hunter.
Ah,
So
he sells
investigate,
man-at-arms
if you feel
books.
so inclined,
Barbed
but report
wire?
back to me the moment you discover something out of the ordinary. The scene of the crime is over at the King Crab Inn. You can tell the guard you have my permission to enter. Now off with you! If you must.
Trying to see if you had any other quests to give. Your main problem is the undead?
Bravo! Figured that one out, did you? I haven't been
God,
stuck here for 2 years
stick
because
up
we're
the
being
butt.
besieged by fluffy kittens, you know. Those brain-feasting freaks out there keep on coming. And it takes all the sword arms and all of Ahu's half-baked contraptions to keep them at bay. Keeping them at bay, that is all we do. Were that I could break their backs once and for all.
Alright, I'm gonna break out of this conversation. There's a lot of good stuff in his study, but it's all considered stealing. He's right there, so... Let's go upstairs, which, entering Arhu's study... Arhu? Yeah, Arhu isn't here.
How can I help you, my friend?
So he sells earth and fire spells, and that's awesome. So in this game, Fortify... doesn't say what it does. It says gives a target Fortify for 5 turns, but it doesn't say what Fortify does. Magical Poison Dart, I'd like to get that. Firefly, that's also good. Fireball, obviously also good. Alright. He Who Smelts It, Volume 2. Okay, so we've got permission to go see the crime scene now.
Sorry, sir.
Oh, there's some fire arrows. Gonna have Bear Daughter pick those up, so I don't have to transfer them over to her inventory. Looks like these barrels are up for grabs. A beggar. Is there anything in this house? Nope, it's overgrown. Okay. That is right in the middle of town. How shameful. I think I should fix that up. Alright, let's head over to the crime scene, which is right here on the map. It's in the inn. Oh, there's a few containers we can loot outside. Was that gloves that I just picked up? Oh no, it was a rabbit paw.
You there! A moment of your indulgence, if you please. You are
Okay.
the source hunter, are you not? The hero the whole of Sightseal is abuzz about. The talk of the town. The juiciest grape on the grapevine. Such a pleasure to meet you. A delight. No, scratch that. It is so much more than a delight. It is an intervention of fate.
Buddy, you're
Yes,
laying it
that's
on pretty thick.
Fate has put me on this very spot, so I may tell you all about a most intriguing opportunity indeed.
And what is that opportunity?
Oh, it's not merely an opportunity. It is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to become better. To become the full extent of the promise that is locked inside of each and every one of us. So first of all, let me ask you this question. Do you like adventure?
Of course I do. How could someone in my profession not?
Quite right. Adventure is what we live for.
See here. You and I share the
This guy's like a
same
walking,
passion.
talking
I
infomercial.
never doubted it for a moment. The thrill of walking the unbeaten path. The rush of finding yourself in a goblin ambush, knowing you'll prevail nonetheless. Too bad your line of work comes with such measly recompense. Am I right? The wage of a mere soldier. Now, between you and me, tell me truthfully, don't you sometimes wish you could earn more?
I can't say that I haven't.
Well, I can't say that I haven't.
Yes, some extra gold is always welcome.
Indeed. Indeed, gold is always.
He's like, I got
And
him.
among the
I always get him with the
five,
extra
gold
gold.
flows as freely as water does to the sea. Even so, my friend,
Fabulous
matters of
five.
a pecuniary nature aside, what is life without variety, without spice? To be a source hunter must get frightfully dreary sometimes. Am I right? All those orders. Investigate this, retrieve that. And at the end of the day, what do you have to show for it? Wouldn't you prefer to call your own shots? Be your own boss?
I'm gonna bite. It's better to lead than to follow, that much is
It's
true.
better to lead than to follow. That much is true.
Better to be served than to serve. I concur.
Well spoken.
I'm just
Well
gonna eat
said,
up everything
indeed.
this guy's feeding out and see what
Life's
he's gonna
too short
offer.
to spend it doing someone else's bidding, am I right? Of course I am. And I could help you attain the dream. And that is exactly why I am here. Why fate has put me right by the door to the King Crab. So that I could meet you and tell you about the marvel that is the Fabulous Five. The invitation to join
Alright,
is
tell me more
yours.
about the Fabulous Five.
Grab it. Ah, the Fabulous Five. How I enjoy simply saying the words that describe the most illustrious and celebrated adventurers' guild in Riverlong. Our mission, to better the world.
Oh my
Our
gosh.
mantra, to better ourselves as we do so. To realize our dreams and cleanse our soul. You'd like nothing more than to enlist, wouldn't you? Of course you would. And you can. Of
Is there
course,
some like
if you
obscure,
still
like
have
insane
questions, I shall
enlisting fee, I'm
answer them
guessing?
to the best of my abilities. But if not, how about we get started?
Alright, I'd like to enlist.
Of course, of course, of course. All you need to do is sign this waiver, and just like that, snap! You're part of the family.
Hey, Hobbit, what's up, man? Join a guild, better the world, earn a lot of gold? Yeah, count me in.
Join a guild, better the world, earn a lot of gold.
I didn't realize he was going to narrate
count
that.
me in.
And me. May all the riches in the world be ours.
Marvelous. Magnificent. Oh, but what am I saying? Fabulous is the word. You may not realize it yet, but your fortunes, your very life is about to change for the better. So let us not dilly-dally. To business. Your first assignment is ready and waiting if you're ready and willing.
Met some sailors looking for jobs. Could they join?
You found new recruits already? Efficient. Proactive. Oh, I like that. Send them to me and I'll sign them up. And of course, since they're your recruits, you'll get a share of every assignment they complete. Isn't that just
Hey,
fabulous?
Hobbit. Yeah, I'm starting a playthrough of Divinity 1 Enhanced Edition. Yeah. I played the first game one time, and I never played Enhanced Edition, which has... Or I never finished it, which has way more content. So, I'm going to split up my time between Tower of Time and this until we finish Tower of Time, and then probably split... You basically, like, every 3-4 days, bounce back and forth between two games, is what I'm thinking right now. So this is the first night I've been playing this. What is my assignment?
Oh, it's a pretty straightforward task, this one. Now, in this town dwells a wizard. Aureus is his name, and he's a frightful eccentric. Scientific type, you know the kind. Favors reason over faith and all that. Not Fabulous Five material, him. His experimental weapons may keep a couple of skeletons away from the city.
A couple.
But many of his other researches failed. Malfunctioned with tragic consequences. One of them was a big lumbering apparatus. A frightful automaton shaped like a giant made of steel. It was supposed to crush the undead by the dozens, piloted as it was by a trained legionnaire. But you can guess what happened. Did it become sentient? Was it cursed? Whatever the cause, the thing relieved itself of its pilot and headed
So
north
there's a
towards
giant killer
network
robot
of
running
caves.
around.
Now ask yourself, what if it comes back? It could smash the city walls and claim 100 lives before being subdued. Luckily, there are those in this world who belong to the Fabulous Five. The braves who eat such monstrosities for breakfast.
Oh.
Go, my friend. Find this wizard's abomination and claim your just reward from Mayor Cecil in the...
Alright. So basically, I just joined, and he's like, your first mission is go fight a freaking mech warrior.
You Baron.
I am a duke.
I remember this cat has a quest.
Crab before. You're welcome to scratch me behind the ears if you like.
Who
I
are
won't
you?
Scratch back. I am Unsinkable Sam. At least that's what they call me around here. Used to be a ship's cat, but the clipper I was on sank, and I was the only one to wrestle himself free from the waves. The people here were kind and took me in. Been the king crab's foremost patron ever since. I am Unsinkable Sam. By all means. I am Unsinkable
Tell me
Sam.
about the ship.
A magnificent ship she was. Used to belong to a pirate, I was told. Unlike me, she didn't prove to be unsinkable, though. We hit the cliffs right neath the lighthouse. Not very apt a name for that building, I must say, for no light was shining from it.
Ooh, mystery.
The moment I hit the water, I writhed around like I would on a hot tin roof. By some miracle, I managed to reach the beach, covered in kelp and smelling worse than a fish's funeral parlor. But I was alive, and that was more than anybody else could say.
You were the only survivor?
So I was. What friends I had. They drowned alongside the rats I used to hunt in the galley. And there I was, all alone. Not that I have it bad here, mind you. I've milk and fish aplenty. Most folks will pet me kindly, and when one of the village girls holds me tight against her ample bosom, I purr up a storm.
Pervert cat.
But I do long for a companion of my own kind. And in that regard, there is no one like
This was the quest I
Maxine.
remember. About Maxine.
Maxine. The mayor's
The
darling
mayor's
pet.
rich cat.
So gentle, so fair a feline. The grace of her whiskers, the subtle palette of dyes in her sable
Palette.
coat. She's
That's like the
one of
guy
a
that said
kind,
advertisement
that cat.
earlier.
She likes me. I know she does. But when I declare my love, she backs away. I don't know why. I have serenaded her and braved many a bucket of water for my efforts. But for some reason, she is not to be swayed.
Alright, there we go. New log entry. Okay. What is this? Francis?
Greetings, traveler. And may the Immaculate Conduit's myriad blessings comfort and cradle you. Tell
The
me,
next room is the
have
one
you
with the
yet
murder
heard
scene, so
the
we are almost
revelation?
What revelation?
You mean you haven't heard? Oh, what fortune that I may share the goddess's salvation with one who has, as yet, been lost. Steel yourself, friend, for your mortal spirit could be forever transformed from this moment forth. The conduit, our link to the goddess herself, has given us a special gift. And the gift is thus: by following her instructions and becoming initiated into the one way, we can each of us live on for a span greater than the number of
So your
stars
religion
that twinkle
promises
within
immortality.
The goddess's right eye.
Alright, I'll take my
Go
leave
on
for
the
now.
path to the righteous, my friend.
Okay, like a Jehovah's Witness.
Says he's an immaculate. But I thought
Greetings, Source Hunter. I don't mean to hinder your investigation, but I can't open this door for anyone who hasn't received Captain Aureus' explicit...
I've spoken to Aureus. Let me inside, please.
Not exactly the friendliest bloke, the Captain, is he?
No.
Well, your reward for getting your ear chewed off is a waltz through the town's finest magical murder scene. Enjoy.
Alright. Whoa. And we get struck by lightning, we get a bunch of XP, and we get teleported.
What? What happened?
Is this a dream?
I don't think so. That stone. Somehow, it sent us flying into the stars.
Terrible, terrible, terrible.
And enter the main plot.
It will consume us all. By the quill that lasts a billion words, what's this? 2 Rivalonians here?
3, actually.
At the end of space and time? How very, very, very curious.
We were suddenly and mysteriously transported here. Do you know how or why?
Your guess is as good as mine, my newfound comrade. Here I stood upon this tiny vestige of space and time, and there you appeared. Quite good timing, by the by, because the ground here has been fast shrinking beneath my feet. Oh, but I suppose I should make a proper introduction. Zigzags the historian at your service. It is my job to record all that was and is and hopefully all that is to be.
And why is this place, as you say, shrinking?
Ah, at last a question I can answer most definitively. I mentioned already that this place is the end of time. If that didn't send your heart into your stomach and your pulse a-flutter, it should have. Time ought naturally to have no end at all. Indeed, I can think of no worse nightmare for a chronicler such as myself. But something totally, utterly terrible has happened.
Out with it, Sir Imp. What happened?
Show, don't tell, I always say.
Pervert.
So go, peer through yonder looking lens, and feast your soon-to-be terrified eyes on the darkness that is approaching.
Alright, he says look through the telescope.
Quite.
Big black spooky dragon flying out of a light wormhole.
You looked. You saw. Terrifying, isn't it? What's this? The portal. It's... The portal has become active. Fan the portal. It's quite sprung to life, just like the long dormant flames that decorate this observatory. After all my waiting and hoping, could it be you, dear stranger?
Me?
You must be the key.
Me again?
Something about your presence here is causing the end of time to grow. The true end itself to move further away.
I'm the chosen one.
Those torches, a light! This portal active once more. It cannot be coincidence.
What lies beyond the portal?
Ah, though I cannot say for certain. If it is what I believe, then our prayers might well be answered. In fact, every last question that ever plagues your noggin might well be answered, for I believe what lies beyond this portal is nothing other than... But why spoil the mystery? As soon as we leap through, we'll find out for certain.
Alright, looks like I have to go through all the conversation options. So, what did I just witness through the looking lens?
Goodness me, how right you are. There's so much to take in, I'd nearly forgotten. And what you saw has been haunting my mind since I first discovered it. It is the void itself. The dragon that is devouring creation. When I speak of the end of time, this is exactly what I mean. I can't say for sure where it came from, how or why.
The dragon nom-nomming creation.
Shrinking our future by the second. And if we don't stop it, it will devour the past and present as well.
You believe we're somehow connected to this plane?
It's not that I believe, it's that I have seen. Long have I been waiting here, hoping that one day this very portal would ignite. Then, no longer than a few mere moments after you arrive, zap it goes. The chronicler of time knows a pattern when he sees one.
Alright, through the portal then.
After you, after you. Oh, what wonders we may find. Yes, just as I hoped. There she is. There it is. Come, come, don't delay.
And he's off!
It seems the imp has spotted exactly who and what he'd hoped to find here.
Interesting statue.
Could it be, milady?
The Weaver of
The
Time.
Weaver of Time? Mother of history? Author of all that has ever been?
Indeed, Sir Imp. As surely as you are he who chronicles all that I weave.
Astounding! Unbelievable! I have so many questions for you, so much to ask, so much to say.
You have brought guests, I see. Strange. Very strange guests.
My reaction exactly, milady. It was their arrival here at the end of time that instigated my finding you. But why? Surely you must know.
This is a question better put to our guests themselves. Tell us, how did you arrive upon this plane?
It was a stone. A strange stone that zapped us from where we stood in Rivellon to this plane among the stars.
A stone? So... it was a stone that caused the great shock of energy that brought you here, and it infused you with new life as well. Is that so?
Yes, that's just what happened. Have you seen it before?
Not like this, no. What happened to you is unique in all my work. Never had I experienced something so contrary to my nature. To weave something I had not seen, had not expected. Life does not simply spring into existence, you see, but yours has. You appeared before me from the moment you came into contact with that stone. Starstone. I now know it to be called.
But, Madam Weaver, how is it possible? Do you not see all?
Like the stones, your guests are a mystery to me. I see them before me in this world, but their likenesses appeared
So
not
I've seen
upon my
stories similar to this
tapestry
before.
until they revived the stone.
So she can see all of creation in her fabric of time except us.
Source hunters.
So we're a wild card.
It would seem that yourselves and Starstone are inextricably linked. Why and how, I cannot say. But I do believe that finding more stones will reveal to me who you yourselves truly are.
What is this Starstone exactly? Where does it come from?
Starstone is not what it seems, Source Hunter. Its true nature must be part of a greater secret. A secret lost, even to me. Do you see what violence my work has suffered? What wounds lay upon the tapestry of time?
Yeah.
Mysteries of all time, gaps in history. Oh, how they've tormented me for eons.
It would appear that Starstone transforms at your touch, granting me new thread by which to mend the tapestry. Thus, it restores time itself.
I see. What the void would shrink, Starstone restores.
Yes. Though I cannot explain why this Starstone is the antidote to the void's ravishment of our realm. If we do not restore time, if we do not discover the true nature of these stones, the void will consume us all.
Alright, if these stones heal history, we must seek them out.
Indeed you must. Though I may not yet
Don't give much of a
understand
choice, that's the
why.
main story.
It seems that you and you alone can unlock the powers within Starstone. Yet we are not the only entities who know these stones to be so much more than pretty gems.
Why, of course, that's what they were doing. I have recorded their doings, you see. Collectors of Starstone, more and more by the day. Now I understand. They'd keep the stones from our reach.
Third party.
They'd prevent the mending of time.
Without these stones, Hunter, there will be no Rivellon. The entire tapestry will crumble. Even this plane will fall victim to the void's insatiable hunger.
That shall never be, milady. As sure as Zix comes before Zax, we will put a stop to it. Please, our most mysterious guest.
Alright, so we've got the main quest line now.
Willing? Will you hunt out the stones? Will you help us restore what has been lost?
Alright, so
Source Hunter, do
Not a
tell.
moment ago, we were hunting Source in Rivellon.
Eve wants to
And
talk.
now we're being told that we alone can prevent the end of time by way of some magical stones. What do you make of it?
We can't deny our reaction to Starstone. There must be something to all of this, mad as it may seem.
No matter how improbable, anything is possible.
Okay. Romantic +1? I don't see how that's romantic, but okay. Let's see if there's a... Oh, nice, a spell scroll. That's much needed at this point in the game.
The last chest, the last chest! If you believe yourself worthy of rifling through my ample treasures, I can dare you to prove it! Find my 4 sisters, no more than one in each of the realms of your wide world, and each by each, you'll discover how to open me!
Okay.
I got something for you if you're up to the challenge.
Oh, he just said I've got something for you, so hang on. Let me loot this, and then talk to Zigzags
The
again.
glint in your gaze and the set of your brow suggest to me that you've not given up on our dear old Rivellon. No, with you searching out Starstone, I believe we'll mend the tapestry in no time. But you'll need a way to travel between Rivellon and this homestead, won't you?
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to see what fantastic changes your search will yield? And who knows what the Weaver might discover about you. Luckily, the power of portals is known to you, so I'll let you in on the little secret of how to transport back and forth from the end of time.
Okay.
Just, you know, don't go sharing it around. Never know who we can
I don't think anyone else is gonna
trust.
believe me that I know how to teleport to the end of time, but okay.
Off you go then. You've Starstone to find, and I've a tapestry to examine. Surely there must be some clue here as to how on earth you're related to the end of time. Before you go, Source Hunter, a final word. Once you return to Rivellon, there will be someone waiting for you. My agent. My eyes and ears upon
The
your
agent of
world.
Zigzags.
I hope he'll be able to help you as much as he can.
Okay. So now this button's available to us, which lets us teleport.
The Lady of Time, the Weaver of History.
Okay.
I am your biggest fan.
So let's try going back to
Could I
Sicil
get your autograph?
Harbor. Interesting spell there. Looks like he was shooting needles or something out of his hand. I wonder, would the north gate have been closer? Whoa, what? Oh, it's Arhu. Source Hunters, I welcome you once again to the realm of Rivellon after your travels through the chasms of space. Nice to have found a shelter, wouldn't you agree, where you can come